So hey everyone, Lano here, and I'm feeling finally at home. Because I finally got home all of my stuff. Minus a microwave that I have no idea where that went, because it's a huge fucking microwave. It's a bit old, but I got it from my aunt, and I don't know where it went. No one knows where it is. I mean, it's a big ass fucking thing. And since I've been living at my brother's place for about almost 3 years, I haven't had any things packed up. Mainly have my bed, my desk, and my computer. And when I moved, I didn't get all of my things here right away, because I honestly had no energy to take all of the things. And then time had gone, a couple months, but finally, I have gotten home all of my other stuff. I have my books, I have my movies, I have figurines I didn't even know about. Well, I know about them, but I have forgotten about them. So I'm so happy to have all of these things back here, because, man, it feels like home. But when I was looking through my things here, I was packing up, I found something I wanted to share with all of you here today. This is, I mean, it's nothing particular, it's not about any anime or anything like that, but a game I made way back. When I was about, how old could I have been? About 12, something like that, 12, 14? Something in between there. I made a game called King's Bounty. And if you heard that name before, you're probably right, because it's actually a Sega game called King's Bounty. And I based this game on that, because I played it at a friend place, and I loved the game. And when I grew up on the countryside, it would happen quite often, actually, that we lost power. So I couldn't play on my Super Nintendo or PlayStation, things like that. So me and my brothers came to create lots of games, and me in particular love to create these things. And I found this. Here is just one pile of things I have created for that fucking game. And it's pretty much an I'm gonna see if I can find an map. That is not a map. Here we have a map, quite big. So this is pretty much it. You know, it's like Monopoly, you know? You're walking around, you roll the dice, and then lots of shit can happen. And, yeah. I just found it and I felt so freaking nostalgic that I've been saving this for almost 2 decades. Holy shit, this is old. But man, I spent lots of freaking time with this. I mean, I wrote down all the types of soldiers you can recruit, soldiers you can use, and all of that. And then we of course have lots of heroes as well. Like here we have some called the Sand Rider, and even little image I drew there. Have a free castle in the desert and can walk 1 step longer than the dice says. So yeah, every hero I did had a special ability, and they have some troops that are a bit better for them. And then there is something called the chance. If you're hitting the C on the map, you get to roll a D100. So I wrote 100 things that could happen, from good to bad things, and then of course we had even more, because when we made this base, I made most of it. My brothers helped with doing some characters. Then I worked on it over and over again, just adding more and more stuff, more maps, more things. Oh god. Gurgal, the stupid giant. Well, how about it? Harmonia, the elf princess. Norgal, the ugly rat. Oh gosh. Skeletor, the undead lord. I wonder where that come from. Oh man, I said I haven't read these things in so freakishly long time. I mean, there's Gurgal. I have no image on him. Though I did pretty much the updated version. I did them like this, you know, like little info cards, so all of them look kind of the same. I mean, seriously, and this was of the old version, so to say. This was version 1.0. This was 1.1, something like that. Here we even have the updated version where I wrote down incredible in detail all about these units. Well, we have units there. What the fuck is M for? We have A, that movement, I think it is. Yes, movement. A for attack, D for defense. LD, I'm not really sure. IN is initiative, which starts first, and then prize special if they have any specialities, because when two players met each other on the map, because the goal was to run around, gather troops, and destroy the opponents. When they met, they would lift up. Then we have another special map that were the battlefield, where you placed the character, your troops, in a certain areas, and then pretty much was turn-based tactical game. And yeah, too bad my brothers kind of lost interest in it quite early, so I never got to play this super much. But I love to work on these. I mean, I have paper after paper with it. I have, what the heck is this? Lost Woods. Definitely not inspired from Ocarina of Time, I'm just saying. I mean, I took lots of inspiration from these games and all that. And then we have a red map, so that is very, very red-ish. Some red maps. I'm not sure what they are. I think they are some sort of castle things, because they look like pretty much very basically like. And yes, my scribbles. I don't even had an. What the fuck do I call them? Lineal, you know. You can draw straight lines. I drew all bisexual lines. And the thing with these as well was that I mean, when looking at this, it's a small map. So I made a thing there. There is a little connection thing there, so I could connect multiple maps to make it big, so everyone could run around. And oh man, you have no idea how happy I am to see this kind of things. Just for the fun of it, I might actually redo this just out of fun and make it a bit more modern and see what it will be of that, because I just wanted to share this little thing. This is a bit of my old treasure, you know. And who the heck is this? Farrell, the Holy Paladin. Oh god. Apparently. Well, apparently I drew Farrell the Paladin. Oh god. Holy moly. Said this is so much papers. And it's quite amazing. It had been lasting for so long. Man, because it reminds me many years ago, there was a storm called Gudrun here in Sweden. And it was a very hard storm because it blew down so much forest. And of course, if you lived on the countryside, we ended up with no power for almost 6 months. So we needed to use, you know, fires, the fireplace we had in the building, in our little house. Luckily we had that. And a little wooden stove, you know, you put in wooden, you know, wood logs, not entire logs, but you know, it made fire, so we don't need electricity for that. However, the sucky thing was, of course, we couldn't play games, we couldn't do much of that. And then, of course, I did super much on this, because I spent hours upon hours with this, with just little candles, lighting it up, because it was in the middle of winter as well, so it kind of sucked. Well, not winter, it was in fall, moving over to winter, so it was, yeah. And sitting there in the darkness in my little room, freezing a little bit, with only the small candles lighting it up, I was writing and creating this. This is, there's someone that have made their own little, you know, when we play, so you have, you know how many troops you have and all of that. Seriously, I know this is nothing particular, nothing in related to much of what I create on my channel, but it's just one of those games I have created. One of few actually that I might share here on my channel, just for the fun of it. I'm gonna see what this is. Farmer. Well, how about that? And you have a little scythe and pitchfork there. Fancy that, fancy that. Fimbul, the dwarf hero. Helena, the beautiful nymph. Oh there. And yes, I'm sweating like big because it's actually raining and storming outside now, and heat. It's not the good kind of heat, though we need rain, definitely. Sweden have been fucking furnace, pretty much like rest of the world have been lately. So it's very needed. And then we have these little chance cards I had originally before I made it with dices that you roll. I made it with small little cards that you pull, like, you know. And then this is one with soldiers, 1 giant and 5 hell riders. That sounds fancy as fuck. I was a fancy boy back then, I think. Mark the Warrior. Is it Markiplier? I haven't done anything. I mean, it's an empty, apparently... Oh, wait, what is this? Slan, the Lizard Mage. Oh, I mean, Slanish. Hey, that was not right. Orion, the Animal King. I mean, I just need to see what kind of characters are made for this. Halif, the Elf Archer. May, the Amazon Queen. Well, I just think on Overwatch now. Feral, the Oh, there's a Feral, the Fimber. Oh yeah, because I redid this because I wanted to make it more, you know, so all the cards look the same. Norgal, the Ugly Rat, Erskine, the Chaos Warlord. Oh shite, that is something. I don't know. Faye, the Enchantress, Tyrsog, the Tyrant King. Man, Davo, the Dark Elf. Seriously, I kind of like the names here actually. I might use them for something else. Oh yeah, Gurgle, the Stupid Ogre. I need to definitely save that one. And then Morgul the Savage Orc, Gurgle and Morgul. Holy shit. Knight and Thief. Yeah, huh? How about that? I have no idea what it is. And then Future Cop. Oh yeah, I think I started to dabble in time, space things into this King's Bounty game. Oh god. But yes, so I might go through this with a little bit more throughout as well. Redo rules and all of that. And heck, if it's interesting, I'm definitely gonna try to make it a whole game and upload on the internet for people to use and play. Because I think I love this thing. I love to create games and things in general. It's part of making me feel insane. Otherwise, I would go bonkers. But yes, that will be for me now and this kind of little random thing. I'm sorry for random shit I'm spitting out here on my channel, but I just wanted to share this because I'm happy. I'm happy about this. This is part of my childhood, but I created way back. However, kind of horrid it is actually today. Do I really still like the kind of idea of this? Here is the pile of papers that has come. Here's King's Bounty.